all you wonderful touch guitars, tapping people, people that have written me, emailed and said, my goodness, tell us why that instrument works. What does it do and all this type of stuff. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually explain the touch guitar, try to explain every little piece of it and why it actually works like it does, and why it makes the sounds it does and all the different things like that. So if you hang in with me, I'll show you a lot of different things. A touch guitar is a full bass guitar. It's actually a bass guitar just like any other. The difference is that it is muted. If you want it open, well, if you want the bass open, there it is, it's open. If you want the guitar open, regular guitar, pick it open, do it. Pick anything you want of it. But the big thing is, electronic mute makes it very quiet and very dynamic. With the muting technique, I'm able to get way more sustain than I would on a normal guitar. Also, I'm able to get more dynamics. Because of no noise, 120 dB down noise level, and absolutely no sound from the other strings. And when I touch this string, when I take it off, it's gone. Without the mute, you hear the whole instrument. In fact, if you had the bass on, you'd hear this, and everything. No matter how you mute it, you still get a response when you try to pick it. So with the electronic mute, what happens is, as I touch the string to the fret, that note plays, and that note plays very softly, or I can just drive the heck out of it. So I can go to all kinds of levels there. The tuning is actually standard. This would be a standard old G chord. That's a standard G chord. You can reach up around and play this way if you want it. You can even do hammers on it. I'm not a hammer oner, so I don't have to hammer on because I use two hands on two necks. So the thing is, the touch guitar, in being a full bass, an octave lower than this guitar, gives you the ability to give bigger, fuller arrangements. Also, imagine this, if you had to sit down here and try to hold a couple lower notes on your guitar and play these fingers up here in a melody, wouldn't that be hard to do? You've got two fingers left, and you have to play melody. What happens if you take the same two notes here, same exact note? Let's treble them up a little. Let's go down here to these controls here, and let's just turn these to real treblish here, more like a guitar, okay? Now imagine, look what happens. I can take those same two that were hard to play before, and now I can actually put my hands up here, keeping those two that would have been very difficult to try to keep here, and put them down here, and I can go all over the place. I can go, in other words, I can do a lot of changes, and this is a note that would give me an awful big fit to try to hold on a regular guitar. Let's put that back up into kind of a blended bass treble sound now there. So it's a six-string guitar, just like a regular guitar. You want a big G? There's the biggest G in the world. Here's the biggest. Full bass, full guitar. That's the biggest G chord you'll ever hear in your life. But look at how the dynamic. So you have a big wide variety of dynamics and a big sound. You have no interference from other strings being turned on because another one is played, or you've brushed it, or you've slid your finger on it, or anything else. And what it does then, it lets you play very, very quickly on it. Look at that. That's a little bit of whispering. Another Les Paul tunes. You can kind of figure out I grew up on Les Paul music with some of the stuff. In fact, I'm going to put on here eventually some of those great old classics of his, Whispering, and The Lover was another great song. The World is Waiting for the Sunrise, also many. But first I want to explain the touch guitar. All right, another thing that makes the touch guitar so dynamic is in having two necks with two totally separate electronics out. This is a real bass. It goes to a regular bass guitar, bass amplifier. You mix and take it out as one channel, one out if you'd like to, but it's so easy to put one into a small this is a little 10-inch bass amplifier I'm running here. In fact, it's a little Fender bass amplifier. I'm running into a Roland keyboard amp because I need several channels for the MIDI and for the guitar. Sometimes I'll just play through the Roland by itself because it's a wonderful amp for the touch guitar. So now we've decided that it's a full bass, electronically muted, or that can be played like a regular bass. It's a wonderful scale bass and has all the features of all the electronics. It's got a pan. This is a volume control for turning it off and on.